So what did you miss at Jubilee today? Well, you missed the first Sunday of Advent as we prepare for Christmas, the time of waiting. And we agreed that we're not waiting. It seems very strange. The readings today tend to be apocalyptic, end of the world, cloud Jesus coming down, second coming, all that kind of stuff, as if we're waiting for this moment. And at Christmas we get to this thing where we start to wait for the baby Jesus to come. Don't do anything, baby's coming. Or as we heard today in Mark's Gospel, don't do anything because Jesus is coming again with clouds and dark skies and all that stuff. But today we decided that we're not waiting, that we recognize the kingdom is at hand, and when we're told to stay awake, it's not that we want to be awake for the arrival of cloud Jesus, but in fact we want to be awake to all the opportunities that are around us for bringing light into darkness, for dispelling shadows, for connection, for being what we often call the kingdom of God, being a community that is accurately defined by justice and love. We're not waiting. We can do it. We are tiny lights. And that's what we did today. We sang that we were tiny lights. We began collecting our diapers for the Massey Center, for children and young mothers who will not have all the support that many of us have become accustomed to. We sent our youth off today with 40 backpacks filled with toiletries and warm socks and mittens and hats and the kind of things that our brothers and sisters, our siblings need. And the kind of things that we automatically give the people we love. You know, our brothers and sisters, our partners, we get them a blanket when they're cold. We pour them a cup of tea when we're getting one for ourselves. And this is a moment when we recognize that we need to look a little beyond the ones that we always call family and recognize that we're part of a larger family. So today, with the cooperation and the generosity of many of the people at Jubilee, the youth went off to meet people who live on the street, who live close to the street, who live without a lot of the things that we take for granted, and just to connect with them, offer them some warmth and some moment of connection, some friendship. Not for them as a great act of charity, but for us as well, to recognize that we have family all around us, and sometimes we fail to see. Sometimes we fail to treat them like family. So we did that today, and it was special. Today we also gathered around the table and shared communion, shared the meal that strengthens us and enables us to feed the world. A meal at a table that is small enough to fit into the room, and yet we talk of it, we imagine it as big enough for all of creation. For a hurting world to gather around and be healed, for hurting people to gather around and to forgive and be forgiven, to be hungry and to be full, and to find the connection that together we can share what we have and everybody can have what they need. To be in the presence of the one that we say we're waiting for, but we realize is already here. That presence of God, that holiness. We spent some time at the table embracing that mystery. And between that and the music and the apocalyptic stories and the decision that we're not going to wait and the reality, the knowledge that we are tiny lights meant to reach out and brighten the world, we set ourselves out into the month of December, into this time of preparation, not waiting for Christmas but looking for it, not just expecting it to arrive, but building a place for it. Today we invited folks to go out and look for the shepherds in their lives. You know, back a couple thousand years ago, those shepherds who would hear of Jesus' birth, who would come and acknowledge it, shepherds were not skilled laborers. Shepherds were people who were on the economic outs. Shepherds were on the outs and everything. They were just hanging on. And so today we acknowledge that there are people in our lives. In fact, sometimes it's us who are just hanging on in this month of December. And so we decide to reach out to the shepherds in our lives. Not the ones who keep sheep, but the ones who are just hanging on. And we offer to hang on with them, to find strength in each other, and to find a way to create Christmas. Find a way to be the kingdom. Find a way to be the community that is actually defined by justice and love. That's what you missed today. But you didn't have to be here to get that message. Dare to be just and dare to be loving, and see what happens when you reach out to some of those shepherds in your life. And don't be surprised to discover that Christmas has come. That holy presence is all around you right now. And that it's yours to share. I really hope we get to see you soon. But until we do, God bless. And I'm very glad that we're connected.